Hello guys, DJParson here, and I'm back with the next game of the International Championship, and this will be the second game of 7, and it's gonna be another 3-player game, so see you guys in the match. And in this game, I have the first turn. Let's take a first look at the leaders and wonders. What do we see? Marlene, we see Bill Gates. We don't see Pierre, sadly. We do see Sid Meier, Churchill, Gandhi. And for the wonders, Man and Project, Hollywood, maybe big Hollywood with Chaplin. There's also Bach, if we take a look at the H2 leaders. So Bach into Marlene could be a very nice play. We see Gaudi, James Watt and the Railroad, Nobel, Catherine from H1, Universitas, sticks out in Magic Castle, not as good as in 2 players, but still pretty good. Zheshka, Nostradamus is also pretty good. Pyramids, Roman Roads and Library, 3 very good wonders, 1 for each of us maybe. Let's take a look. I think I'll just take the Roman Roads here. Roman Roads, my favorite wonder. Cleopatra is probably my favorite leader, and I'm guessing that Korfefe will take... what will he take? Maybe just the Engineering Genius, and then I could get Hammurabi because Slick will take Cleopatra and something else. Maybe. I definitely think I'll take the Roman Roads here. And Korfefe will take Hammurabi, Slick takes Cleopatra and the Engineering Genius. Okay, so... no leader left, but some of them come out. Alex and Sun Tzu. Probably gonna grab them next turn. I can increase population here, build a mine. The rest I can do is not really that great. If I want Alex, I could take him this turn. So Kvöfe as his leader, Slick as his leader, and I guess I can just wait for Alex and then take the Frugality and maybe the Rich Land. I might even go for Sun Tzu. We have Zhishka, I'm in first position, so playing a little bit more military can pay off. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to take these cards. Would have rather done something else, but I guess they are okay. And then let's see our first card draw, and it's gonna be Developed Territory and a Colonization card. Maybe that can work. Korfefe elects Hammurabi, we'll grab the Urban Growth, and that means we can't go for Alex, we'll have to grab Sun Tzu, but we can do that. Breakthrough for Red and Cleopatra with the lab first, as you do. Develop Territory, and there's Isabella, so maybe we can go for that. I guess I'm gonna play the Territory. And then with Sun Tzu we can draw a lot of colonization cards. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Play the Territory, get extra science from the development, and then yeah, I wanna go for Sun Tzu. And that mine with the Rich Land, increase population. Nothing else to really do. I want a free population. Oh, I don't want to build a mine though. I thought I had the Rich Land and let's build a mine, but maybe I'd rather build an extra philosophy with this turn. Yeah. We're gonna get extra resources from the Roman Roads, so going for that lab and then increase population. I think that's better. And then we have that 3 population for the development of politics, no, the development of religion or warfare, so like that. And yeah, maybe we can go for Isabella next turn. It would be pretty early, depending a little bit on what Sun Tzu draws for us here. Because we're gonna draw quite a lot of cards. 4. And another colonization card. Maybe we can get the Naval Trade Agreement. We do get extra blue cube from the Roman Roads. And then maybe we can get the extra 1 colonization with already having played that 1 colony. Sadly, I missed to record one game, but that is one turn, but it's not the biggest problem, not one of the big ones yet. Yeah, Kofefe built his mine or his lab, I guess. Slick went for Brand Circuses and Isabella. I played politics, I played the barbarians, and opened the development of agriculture. I decided to use my rich land to build an extra bronze, build the first stage of the Roman roads, and then grab frugality with my last action. I guess I also increased population. And then we draw some more cards, a lot of colonization cards, border conflict and cultural influence, as well as our first tactic. And development of civil life opened by Kofefe. He takes knights for 3, that's expensive. Slake will also open something, development of crafts, extra resource. He takes a wonder, I was about to say. Two good wonders, he doesn't have one yet, has a lot of resources, so he wants to go for that. Well, let's see. I still don't really have a tactic. There's still one knight left. Interesting that Kofefe took that for 3. Those were the first knights. And what do I want to do here? Use the development of civil life probably to just increase population. And yeah, maybe the Code of Laws. Finish that Roman roads. This and yeah, nothing else. I mean, Universitas could be very good, but I can't take it. I can't use the development of civil life to build one stage of the Roman roads, and then I have to spend 3 civil actions on that. And I think the best thing that I can also get this turn is Code of Laws. Yeah, then we have an extra civil action finally. A very much resource production. Would like to have a wonder with that. There's still some left. I could go for St. Pete's or go for the Forbidden City. Silk Road, I guess could work. Depends. Won't be getting Swordsman, but there's another Swordsman and another Knights. I still don't have to reveal any tactics. I mean, I could think about playing something. I could play Cultural Influence or the Border Conflict. Border Conflict probably not. Also, I'm the weakest. I'm gonna stay the weakest. The barbarians right now would actually hit us. So I don't really want to play politics, get even more culture from that, so skip that. Yeah, I guess I just keep the defend cards. I mean, I could play the tactic, but I really don't want to give that if I'm not guaranteed to get the knights myself. And then just the defend cards for the colonies. Draw 4 new cards, should be some colonies with that. There's one medieval army, so if we get the knights, we can definitely go for that. Maybe even with Zizka, that can be very strong. Kofefe will take the Universitas after having the library already. Gives a lot of science soon. Alchemy, so also science for red. Goes with 4 science production. Reveals Legion, doesn't take the Swordsman. And now there's an iron. Sadly, I'm missing 1 science to go for that. Developed territory could help with that. I'm also the weakest, so I'm not sure if I wanna go for that. There's also a Zizka. I mean, red could be green could be in a good position to go for Zizka. So that's gonna be interesting. Also, I would maybe like the extra military action, so I could go for that. Could play the new deposits. Let's see what I do. The problem is that I still don't have knights. So if I want to take Zizka, I probably also want to take the iron. And then I'll have to build something to get out of corruption. Which could just, I mean, 3 resource, that's probably gonna be, I mean, 1 religion. That's not ideal, but next turn I can go for all the iron. We'll have a lot of resource production then. And with the Zizka I have good military. Yeah, biggest problem is that I still don't have a tactic, but I'm gonna draw 4 more cards and I still have next turn. Hopefully I can get the knights, I can draft them for 3. And then I can go for the medieval army maybe. Yeah, I think Zizka here is gonna be good. And then I probably don't want to play politics. Yeah, just like this. I mean, I could try to get the developed territory. How are the barbarians looking? Barbarians would be bad as well. I mean, that's also an argument against the religion. If I don't build that, I stay at 2 culture. If Kofefe plays something and barbarians get revealed, I guess I'm still... And then he will have the most culture if he plays something. So I don't really want to build that religion this turn, but besides that, I mean, I could build 1 warrior. And maybe 1 farm. That can be good with the Zhishka if I draw one of the tactics with just warriors. Like if I draw my own legion, could also just go for the legion and copy it, but I of course want to upgrade that with Sun Tzu. But yeah, I don't really want to get hit by the barbarians. So doing this, I get enough resources next turn with the iron, and so getting a little bit of food from an extra agriculture, still have the frugality. Then maybe barbarians get revealed soon, and then I can go for some religions. I definitely need happy faces. There's St. Pete's I could go for. And there's Bach for religions, so I eventually want to build some religions, I think. Or it wouldn't be too bad. So I go up to 3 strength. It's okay. Sadly, I don't have the right tactic. I guess I'll just have to hope for that. Still don't want to reveal the tactic, so I have to get rid of all these cards. And I think I want to keep the tactic. If I get knights, it's not going to be perfect anymore with going for extra warrior and 3 farms. So I could just discard the tactic. But if I then get the knights and no other tactic, I really will regret that. So I guess like this, and then hope that we draw either the Legion or even better would be the Fighting Band. Upgrade that with Sun Tzu, go for Zhishka, get that army 3 times, give a lot of strength, a lot of culture, and a lot of everything. So let's hope for a good tactic. Drawing 3 cards. And there it is. Not the best one, but Legion is definitely okay. Can upgrade that, go for 2 Legions. Fighting Band would have been better, but this is also fine. And there was another territory opened by green, and yeah, red has Isabella and 2 colonization. I couldn't really bid anything, but was pretty certain that Slick would get in anyway for just 1 warrior. And that's why he has the colonization from photography and everything else. Kofefe will go for another knight, goes for iron but doesn't upgrade 1. Slick will finish his Magic Castle, grabs Swordsman and Rich Land. Doesn't have corruption. He has a lot of stuff, but doesn't have corruption thanks to Isabella and his vast territories. So yeah, he has a lot of blue cubes now. And looks like we will be getting the knights. I mean, I'm definitely liking that. So I can skip politics here, go for knights. Reveal the tactic. What is happening? Go for the knights, go for Zhishka before you lose Sun Tzu, upgrading the tactic. Go for that extra knight, and I guess I need a religion at some point anyway. I could also like the bread and circuses. There's no real synergy with that, so maybe I have corruption anyway if I don't do anything, so going for the religion feels pretty good. I mean, at some point I might even delete the warrior and build another knight. Yeah, I can definitely do that, but not this turn, probably next turn. But yeah, good upgraded medieval army is very strong now. And I don't want to have corruption. This feels nice, no corruption. Get that 1 happy face. I have enough food to get 1 population out next turn, so I don't have any big happy face issues next turn. So yeah, going up to 7 strength, being the strongest. Doesn't really matter for these barbarians, matters a little bit. And then develop territory, that's probably come into Slick's possession as well. And yeah, but the rest is looking solid. I will be producing more science from the roads instead of the resources soon, which is really nice. Because I don't need any more resources, I really need science. And then hope that I get the iron out at some point. But yeah, overall looking solid. Looking promising with Zhishka. And I don't need any of these tactics. I mean, I have a perfect tactic now. 3 strength for 2 units in H8 or H1 tactic. Upgraded medieval army super strong. Just 1 more knight will give a lot of strength. So yeah, very happy about that. Kofefe will probably grab Nostradamus now. but that's quite expensive for 3, but definitely think he's gonna do that still. He's gonna run out of Hammurabi, so Nostradamus, good pick for him. Nostradamus is very good against Zizka to prevent the aggression that comes with Zizka. And yeah, I mean, he's also in the position to copy the tactics, so he's not too worried about strength, I guess. And Brand Circus and Iron for Kafefe. He will run out of Hammurabi, so losing him will probably take one of the leaders next turn. And then Slick will open the developed territory. Okay, developed territory. I mean, yeah, we have some population problems here. We have some happiness problems. But as I said, I can just delete a warrior. Of course, it would be better to just send away the warrior, but again, there's really no chance that I win this. I would have to send an army. And could work. Also, there's an early ocean liner. Could theoretically go for that. Could go for Forbidden City. I guess I can't go for iron. So if I win this colony, then I do have the iron. Available. Could still rebuild a knight and go for iron. No, maybe I should try to get this colony for 7. It's my turn next. Yeah, I get 1 extra yellow cube. I gain 2 back from sending the army, so my yellow bank will be healthy. I can just increase population once, rebuild that knight, go for iron. Sadly, can only go for 1 upgraded iron. But maybe that's okay. I mean, it's quite expensive for the developed territory. 2 units. With the barbarians there, they would hit us if I play something. Probably not going to play anything then. Would also be quite good for Slake here to win it. He can easily send 3 or 4, maybe even with Isabella something more. So do I want to go this high? I think I do. I think I can justify that. And I won the colony. I had to send both units. Kind of expensive, but as I said, I think that's hopefully gonna pay off. We're gonna see. I'm the weakest. There's barbarians, but they wouldn't hit me. I don't know if I want to play the raiders. I definitely want to rebuild one of those knights, or rebuild that knight. And yeah, I have 6 strength again. Probably want to build another knight at some point, but this turn is maybe good to go for iron. Upgrade once. I have 2 civil actions left. I could go for the Forbidden City. I have quite a few resources. I don't have a plan for Happy Faces yet. I mean, that could be go with Bach and the dramas, but drama on 2 when the H2 is already underway. I mean, the ocean line is also looking very interesting. Sadly, I can't go for iron and the ocean liner, so I could just go for... Yeah, I definitely want to increase population and I want to get that strength, so this is for sure. And then I have 4 civil actions left. I could just grab the ocean liner. And that's a super early ocean liner. That's one of the first cards. So go for ocean liner and then... Sadly, missing 1 resource to finish the ocean liner next turn. And we could theoretically get some extra resource here. I could also go for the masonry to save civil actions on the ocean liner. And maybe that could be the last thing I do. And then maybe next turn go for iron and after that go for the ocean liner. I definitely think ocean liner here is very strong. I don't have a lot of food production yet. I only have 3 agriculture. And then also getting the ocean liner will be... Yeah, that will be a lot of population and I definitely need that. I think that's a lot better than super late Forbidden City. Maybe that's just a little bit too late. And I'm hoping to get... I mean, the masonry is maybe questionable. I don't have the most science. I only have 3 production. And I probably want a new government form. Preferably Conmon. So I don't know if I can justify the masonry here. But it can also be nice for other wonders. Spaceflight, fast food chains, all of them work nicely with that. And maybe I want to go for scientific method to get more science. Then masonry will also be nice. I guess I'd take that. Alternatively, yeah, the alternatives are not really great. I could just develop the iron to be civil action efficient. I think the masonry is an interesting tech here. Let's go for that. Let's see what the first card for match 2 is. We can see Civil Unrest and Freedom of Movement. Freedom of Movement could be very good. So maybe we can play that. And Brilliant Circuses and a tactic for green, making him the strongest and also not the weakest. He is Nostradamus. So yeah, he's not the weakest anyway, but still, you know what I mean. Slake will finish the same piece, goes for a little bit of strength, so we are now the weakest. And let's take a look. Barbarians, here still the Barbarians, always watching out for the Barbarians, but wouldn't hit us right now. Do I want to play politics? I mean, one extra resource would be great. What do I do if I don't? I mean, maybe go for the iron this turn then. And again, I still don't have enough for masonry next turn, so if I mean, I could just go for one iron. I don't know. Maybe we should play something. Maybe we should play the Freedom of Movement. We have these farms and mines. I probably don't want... I mean, I could go for 4 iron, but I can get rid of some things. Let's go for Freedom of Movement while being the weakest. Barbarians doesn't hit us. Doesn't really change anything for this turn, but yeah. I mean, I probably want the riflemen. Don't know if I want the cannons as well, then I don't really have anything else to do. This helps with corruption. So does this. I could just go for 1 iron. And then I can finish the Oceanliner next turn. Grab the rifleman and efficient upgrade, so I can upgrade also 1 bronze to iron with the efficient upgrade. I think, yeah, I really want to finish the Oceanliner next turn. I think that is big. Yeah, that's going to be quite big. That's going to be important. And this allows me to do that. I have enough resources with the masonry and still upgrade 1 iron. I probably will have to skip cannons, but I don't see myself picking them up for 2 civilizations this turn. And then I have riflemen and knights and the upgraded medieval army, so that is already okay. It's not ideal. It's also not ideal being the weakest. But there's nothing I can do about that right now. So yeah, let's do that. Maybe get rid of the raiders. I don't see myself playing them. Yeah, but that should be fine. See what I draw. I mean, yeah. I mean, this could be okay, but as I said, we probably don't get the cannons, so not the best tactic to get here. If we do get the cannons, or if we maybe can wait until we get rockets, if we skip the cannons. That could still be nice. Universitas for Kofefe. He goes for a little bit of strength. 13 with 2 armies. Slick will go for coal. Can upgrade once. Grabs cavalrymen, so he can also go for the same tactic as we. And it looks like we will be getting the cannons. Also, I'm the weakest, so I don't know if I really want to play politics here. The good thing is I can defend against Kofefe, I think, right? I have 4, 5, 6... 7 strength to defend with, so I'm at 13. So I think I can go for the Oceanliner play. Get a free population. And I mean, yeah, probably cannons now. I have the Napoleonic army, I have riflemen and the cannons. Scientific method could be really nice. Definitely the cannons. And then I could think of either upgrading 1 mine with the efficient upgrade, or going for the scientific method. Or the wave. All of them are good. All of these cards are pretty good. With the wave I can get a cannon out next turn or something. I mean, I have 3 science production. That is not the most if I need riflemen and cannons. So scientific method could also be good. I can even use the efficient upgrade for that. Like go for that next turn, go with the efficient upgrade. Just feels like I mean, I don't have the most resource production still, only at 5. I really want to upgrade these mines. But science is also pretty good. Definitely would like some science. Kofefe, I mean, he has 5 science production, so maybe he doesn't want to go for the scientific method. Slick already has alchemy, so I could hope to get this scientific method maybe next turn. Then this could be a reason to go for the wave. Wave will probably be 6 resources. So going for that cannon or the rifleman upgrades. Yeah, I guess wave is really a lot of science. I won't be getting these breakthroughs, so science will be a big problem if I skip out on the scientific method. We have Sid Meier, Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates. Okay, with Bill Gates we could go for the scientific method. Hope to get Bill Gates at, in H3. For now, Zizka is okay. Could also, yeah, there's different options. What leader I want? Don't want Darwin here. So maybe I should go for scientific method. Getting extra science up. I mean, I have good potential for extra resource. I could even next turn just go for the resource and after that go for scientific method. Like just upgrade all of the mines next turn and after that turn go for scientific method. But having that in hand is pretty good. Once I have enough resource, I can upgrade my labs. They even are a little bit cheaper thanks to the masonry, so saving one resource on that. So I think this is looking pretty good. I could play a tactic and fulfill this with Zizka, but that only gives one extra strength. I can still defend, which is the important part. And I don't really want to reveal that. I mean, Kofefe has the cannons, there's still riflemen, so he would probably take the rifleman then. So I don't think I want to reveal that. I have to discard all of these cards, but I have to draw 3 new ones. Definitely need to keep the defend card so I can defend against green. And keep the tactic, of course. And then let's see. More defend cards, promise of military protection. That could be interesting. The Conquistadors could work if I don't want to spend as much science, but I think, yeah, probably still gonna go for the Napoleonic army. And there's a pact between Kofefe and Slick, the scientific cooperation, that can be pretty good. Green has a lot of science in the bank, and with Darwin, he goes for scientific method. Even more science for him. Slick also has quite a bit of science, and another pact between these guys. Why are they so mean? Why am I not part of any pacts? We'll go with justice system and more coal. I mean, I have a pact in my hand myself, but I don't know who would be accepting that. So let's see what I want to do. I mean, the scientific method is looking pretty good. More science this turn. Can that upgrade with the efficient upgrade? Can increase population. If I want to get stronger, I could build like another knight or something. There's also strategy, but I don't know if I guess I would probably want it. I don't know if I need it, and if I can't take it for 3 civil actions. Alternatively, I still have irons to upgrade. So I could think about doing that. The urban growth is probably pretty good for the next scientific method. Save resource on that. Maybe upgrade this. And do I need to be stronger? I don't think so. I don't really think I need to be stronger. For the pact is also... there's a lot of lost culture if I take this pact. And no one has high culture yet. So I guess I can do this and then probably take the breakthrough, get more science. I have good population because I have ocean line, I have okay resources. I really want to upgrade more of them. So I think one upgrade this turn is pretty good. I could also delay the scientific method a little bit. Just upgrade all of these. Really get up the resource production. I mean, I have enough science the next turn. Maybe resources are more important right now. Because I also need to build military soon, I think. So resources this turn more important than science. I have 10 science. Next turn I can go for scientific method with a breakthrough. I even have 13 science, so I can go for scientific method and cannons if I need to. And then I also get the urban growth for more resource. So scientific method next turn is pretty cheap. Can go for that. Can maybe upgrade both. And then also after that, yeah, I think resource this turn is pretty important. I need to get these irons up. They have to finally give me a lot of resources. I'm lagging behind red especially. I'm in front of green now, but yeah, it doesn't feel great to have 3 bronze when you have iron developed. So I finally want to get these up. So the decision is here to delay science a little bit to get more resources. Because I have enough science right now. I have enough science next turn, and then after that I will be getting scientific method, which is good. So I'm gonna stay the weakest. I hope that's okay. I mean, they're not... I mean, last time they played all the packs, maybe they know what's coming, maybe it isn't good for them. I don't think... I mean, these are pretty long ago that they were played. I don't think they played strength too much. I mean, Kofefe maybe. But even then, against Zizka, it's... yeah, especially Zizka with an upgraded army. You don't really play strong or strength events, because you're afraid that Zizka automatically wins them. But yeah, with us going for the developed territory, I'm not longer the strongest. Still not sure if that was a good move, but yeah, the science was pretty nice. It cost a lot of resources. 5 resources gone for an army. That is expensive. But yeah, I get my resource production up now, and then hopefully it's gonna be worth it. Could play this tactic still, but I don't really want to reveal that. Also, it doesn't really change too much. I'm always the weakest besides on my turn, because I only get 1 strength. I lose 1 oh no, I don't lose 1 culture production, but still, don't want to reveal that. And can I get rid of this 1 defend card? Probably this tactic. This tactic is not even a good upgrade to upgrade a medieval army. This gives 5 for 3 units. This gives 3 for 2. So I guess this one is slightly better, but not really worth it. And we have a better tactic, so I can get rid of that. And yeah, promise of military protection. I really need this tactic. And then 2 defend cards is probably good as well. And then see what I draw. Another tactic, so I could even skip the rifleman. That is pretty good. I draw all the tactics. That is very good information that the other guys don't have that. So I could either go for mobile artillery and then just cannons, or I could go for classic army and I just need the rifleman. So I can save a little of science, so that definitely turned out great. So yeah, can see what the others have, who will be able to go for what. But yeah, those tactic draws, pretty nice. Good harvest, 3 extra food for us, pretty nice. Kofefe will go with strategy. I mean, he can get that for 1 thanks to Darwin. He has a lot of strength now, you have to be careful now. Slick will go with Gaudi. Oh, he has a lot of food. That's, yeah. That's a lot of food. So there's no bell. There's also the selected breeding. There's some nice things here. I'll have to skip politics. I guess I don't really need selected breeding anymore. But what do I want to do? Maybe, yeah, go for the scientific method. Upgrade with the urban growth, and then maybe go for Nobel. I don't think it's Bach time here, but Nobel for even more science. And Bach could also be okay. Okay, both operas are gone. Then, yeah, then that's a no. Do I want to build military? Then I could use that extra military action from Zizka this turn. I have a lot of science. Then there's still these H2 government forms, especially Conmon could be very nice. I could go. I mean, I'm definitely gonna do. I mean, I could want to increase population normally to get rid of some food here. I guess I can build 1 knight. And then I go to, yeah, 10 strength. It's enough to defend. I'm not the weakest. And then get a free population and increase population once to get out of corruption, spend the food. Could then go for the tactic again. Really lacking a lot of military action, but this puts me at 14. The question is, I probably am gonna go for the mobile artillery and then I don't need more warriors. Just go for cannons next turn. Could also go for cannon this turn. But I guess I don't want to develop that yet. Yeah, this is good. A lot of science. Still good resource, all the population. Heavy phases are a little bit of a problem, but there's still team sports. And yeah, Marlene, if we get... I guess movies are probably too expensive, so yeah, hopefully we get team sports. There's also organized religion that we could go for. But yeah, something like rebellion would really, really hurt. I hope it's not that. Get rid of this aggression, and then... I could still go for Napoleonic army, but I think I'm just gonna go for mobile artillery, to be honest. I have to discard a lot of cards here. I can only keep... Oh, I can only keep 2. This could change things. Because I definitely need to keep a tactic and 2 defend cards. So I might have to go for an extra warrior to be able to defend. Or just another knight. But one more knight is maybe too much. I don't need that many armies, probably. I could go for 3 cannons with this. And then I'm committed to the mobile artillery. Go for 3 cannons. Have a good tactic for that. And then I would be discarding these cards. I don't think I can go for a cannon this turn. If I want to do everything else as well. I definitely want to go for this. It's just so clean. I could go with a cannon. Let's say I go for, yeah, I could, if I upgrade last, if I go for Nobel, first the cannon, build one, then go for Nobel and then upgrade. Then I do have that cannon, and I can defend if there's an aggression. Don't spend my food, but I hope there's no reds. Oh, no reds. Definitely no the reds. So this is no problem. I can do that next turn, increasing population. So that's fine. And then I could even play the tactic, but I don't think I have to reveal that. I can defend like this. And I'd rather wait for revealing the tactic until I have more military actions, maybe with Cornmon. Could definitely still go for that. I guess I can't go for it next turn because I'll spend my science on the cannon. Yeah, military actions are a little bit of a problem, but I do have good science production, and next turn I'm gonna get one more scientific method. And maybe one more cannon or something. Yeah, I don't think I want to reveal the tactic yet. And the others I don't need. Napoleonic could be nice, but I don't have that much science, and I don't need that. I think this is good. See what I draw. War and strategic territory. I mean, war could be very interesting. And there's the first Cornmon. Green. Oh, he definitely wants to go for that. Can grab that cheaply and go for it cheaply as well. And the other one, Slick would definitely like, so I hope the other one doesn't come out during his turn. There's a failed aggression. Slick has to sacrifice Swordsman for that. Public for Kofefe. Selective breeding. Upgrades 1, 2 times. And 16 strength. Slick pretty weak now. Goes for Cornmon, yeah. Goes for selective breeding. Revolutionary idea. Has a lot of resources. He builds Swordsman so he can defend again. And yeah. I could play strategic territory. I don't really think I can go for war. Strategic territory could be nice. The biggest problem now would be rebellion. Rebellion would really hurt. Let's see what I'm gonna do this turn. I could just grab Cornmon, but honestly, Green might hate draft that if he wants to. But yeah, with Darwin maybe that's easier for him. But the other Cornmon already researched, and yeah, Green has Republic, so he doesn't want the Cornmon. I probably really need the team sports here. Yeah, I definitely think the team sports are gonna be very important. Maybe in this turn to get out of the problem with the rebellion. And then I can even upgrade this as well. Oh yeah, that's not looking bad. I have enough science then for Cornmon next turn if I get it. Sadly, it will come down to 2, so on 1 for green. He might just take that. But yeah, I don't think I can grab the Cornmon this turn. I can then just increase population. Get out of corruption. I mean, alternatively, I would grab the patriotism, but yeah, I don't think yeah, I hope that I get Cornmon. Then I don't need patriotism. I don't want to have corruption, so that's an easy fix. A lot of population now. I basically really need military actions. I don't produce a lot of culture. These guys are starting to produce. I have a lot of population. And good resource production, good tactic, good military setup. So if I can, yeah, if I can get this to a war, that would be very nice. But for that I need military actions. So yeah, either I get the Cornmon or I get fundamentalism. Communism can work, military theory. So I have other options. The biggest problem is that I don't have a third military action right now. So at the start of age 3 I won't have an extra military action. If I don't get the Cornmon. That could be a problem. I mean, I could think about grabbing the Conman, but that makes this turn not as pretty. I definitely need the team spots. I could then just go for something like this. Then go for Conman next turn. Rebellion then would be a big problem. What else could I do? I could go for another army, spend my military actions. But I definitely need the team sports. Probably next turn, so I need 17 science next turn, so I probably have to upgrade the scientific method. Take the team sports. Can then maybe build a cannon to only have 1 corruption for resource, 1 for food. Maybe even play the tactic. I mean, this would work. Then I can guaranteed go for Conmon next turn. And the team sports. Building that one. Could even go for war next turn. Could declare the war, go for Conmon. Build a team sports, build a knight, and play the tactic. Maybe I should play the tactic this turn. But I don't really want to give that to green yet. He has to wait. Yeah, it's a tricky decision, but I think... Yeah, I mean, I basically don't have any other options but war. And if I don't grab Conmon, I might be starved out of military actions. So maybe this is what I'll have to do. Be prepared. I really hope that there's no rebellion. If rebellion hits, the age will even end. I will have no civil actions at all. It would be an absolute disaster. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, I like the Conmon pick here. It's expensive. It feels unnecessary, but with green having Darwin, he can just take the Conmon next turn for 1 civil action, and he might definitely just do that. He has so many civil actions, so if he's careful, he would take that one away. So I think I'll have to grab it. Feels bad, but what you gonna do? I can only keep 2 cards. I really want the war and the tactic, I guess. I can defend. Yeah, defending is not a problem. And I really want to keep that war. Can be a nice war. Foray, opened by Kofefe, and I'm part of that, so we both get those extra resources. We will also go for Brand Circus. Upgrading units, 21 strength for him. 2 reserves, architecture. I mean, it's not looking bad for him. Slake has a lot of resources, goes with cavalrymen. Copies the tactic, goes for rockets and air forces. Alright, alright. There's a democracy. That is an interesting decision here, if I go for the democracy. That doesn't give as many military actions as I maybe would like. Because, I mean, with the democracy there could be a way to win this without going for a lot of wars. But also there's a big problem, and that could be rebellion. If I go for democracy this turn, I can't go for team sports. And then rebellion would be absolute disaster. And the rebellion, yeah, is in. It could be one of these cards. And that would be, yeah, our whole turn gone. Could also think about war against Slake here. I think Kofefe could have a tactic. That is a problem. I mean, if I go for war, let's say against Slake. Again, the resources here probably go for Conmon and team sports. Can build 1, get 2 population out, and go for another one. That already gives a lot of strength. Going for 1 knight and the tactic. I don't draw any H3 cards, which is not ideal, but I have 27 strength against 14 right now. Yeah, he has a lot of resources. If he... I mean, that will mean he has to destroy something. Probably destroys his bronze and builds another cavalryman. That would give him 6 strength, so he's at 20. Can't sacrifice a unit, that's the problem with the Magic Castle. And he could have the classic army. That could also be a problem. But this war against Kofefe with 27 strength could also work. Could also wait 1 turn with the war and just go for this and not the war. Yeah, maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait. I could go with Churchill. Churchill could be very nice. Get me air forces sooner, get the culture. Nobel is, I mean, the science is alright, but yeah, maybe I don't go for the war here. It's a small war. We miss out on all the card draw, which is a big problem. First card draw from H3 is very important, but definitely go for the Conmon and team sports. And the rest also is definitely okay. Going for another team sports. I mean, there's a world where I go oil. But I need a government form. I could go for oil. Yeah, but I also need team sports, right? If there's rebellion, I can't let that happen. They had a lot of time to prepare for that. Either of these could be rebellion. So yeah, team sports and the Conmon. Feels like a good idea. And yeah, I have extra military actions, so building another knight. I mean, I also would like to be the strong, so maybe I do play the tactic. Koviva just went with Rifleman, so it's not as good anymore for him, the tactic. And yeah, same goes for Sig. I can probably reveal this. I only draw 2 cards now, so I could not build the knight. But then I'm not the strongest. I want to be the strongest here. Yeah, still drawing 2 cards, and then I guess Churchill and Engineering Genius. Or I could select Churchill for 3 culture, but I get 2 science, which might be important. I have 8 science the next turn. I don't know what other leaders are there. I could wait for Bill Gates. There's also Gandhi. Gandhi could be a little bit of a problem, but not really when I get military theory. I still need more science. I need air forces and military theory probably now. And if I lose the 2 science from Nobel, it's not ideal. And the good part is I get 4 culture, right? I mean, this actually is a lot of culture. 4 from the Nobel Prize and 3 from Churchill. That is 7 culture that I get by this play, which I would be missing out on for 2 science. I don't need the strength. 2 science for 7 culture. This one is probably worth it. The only problem is I don't get Engineering Genius. I don't know how important that is. I think I like the 7 culture here. And I do give the Nobel Prize to these guys as well. Yeah, especially to Green, he King of Architecture and Cannons maybe. Gets the Nobel Prize for himself. And after this it's gonna be hard for us. So Nobel Prize won't be the best for us. I mean, I could go for another scientific method maybe next turn or something. I have options. Yeah, not grabbing any yellow cards feels kind of bad. I could not build the extra team sports. And then grab the Engineering Genius, so just like this. And I'm still the strongest. I miss out on 1 happy face, but I probably don't need that right now. Even if it's rebellion, 2 civil actions, but that is a risk I'm willing to take. Wait, why don't I have the Nobel Prize? I should have the Nobel Prize, right? What did I do? I did go for 2 technologies, didn't I? Yeah, I definitely did. Why is it not telling me that anymore? It told me when I tried it the first time. I'm not sure. I'm really confused here. Sorry, guys. If it's obvious for you what I did wrong, but like the last time that I tried it, it worked. I don't have to elect him first, right? I guess I do. Yeah, I guess I do. Apparently, something new that you learn every day, or maybe it just didn't show me that. But very interesting. Let me know if you know. Would I have gotten the culture if I played the other way around? It's very important to make sure that I get that 4 culture. I could do this for science and try it out, but I think not in this game. In this game I need all the culture I can get. So yeah, grabbing Engineering Genius, I think that's better than building that run team sports. Engineering Genius is quite a lot of resources. We won't be getting faster chains, but we have other options. Empire State, Manhattan Project if we want to go for war. space flight. All of that is good, and I want some extra resource in hand. Don't want to give that to the other guys. They already get reserves, patriotism. Yellow cards are very important in H3. They give a lot of extra resources. And then draw 2 cards from H3. War culture immediately. Okay, so we can just go full on war preparing now. Potentially if we want to do that. And with Churchill, and with the setup that we have, a lot of population, a lot of resources, even happiness from team sports with this, which is pretty efficient. I think this is good. Another failed aggression by Kofefe. Slick can defend with sacrificing a unit. I think that's good for us. Kofefe goes with a lot of civil actions now. He's not looking bad. Also gets the Nobel Prize, a lot of science production. He's not looking too bad here. Slick will go with food finally. And some military units, computers in the hand, patriotism as well. I mean, I could theoretically go for the war with territory this turn. Nothing too important comes out. I mean, I have the war with culture. Probably only need 1 war. So I could spend military actions this turn. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna, yeah, for sure increase population here. Probably build another team sports. And go for another army. I could even use Churchill. 3 resources or 3 culture. 3 resources could be more important. And then build a farm maybe. I need food production before I run out. Even though I do, if I play the War of Territory, I mean, I go up to 35 strength. Slick probably can't really defend. He can't get air forces. There won't be freedom of movement for him. And even if he invests everything into defending that war, if he has to destroy... Yeah, if he has to destroy several things. This is 35 is pretty good, and if I say that I don't need the War of Culture draw, I could go for the War of Territory this turn. I think I might be doing that, else I have to skip my production. I mean, I could go for an aggression, but the raid is also same cost as far as military actions go, and that is the biggest problem. And Slick can probably defend. Can definitely defend if he sacrifices another unit. I think War of Territory here is okay. Probably can't go against Kofefe, right? I could also go against Kofefe. He is definitely looking stronger than Slick. Has some reserves in hand. But he has 6 strength from the medieval army. Don't know how he can get that much stronger. He has 8 resources plus reserves. Maybe I should go against Kofefe. And then go for maximum strength with one of these. One of these. One of these. I mean, if I want to, I could even go for tanks this turn. Use the extra science from Churchill. Could then even build one of those. If I can skip the food here, which I maybe can because I have that War of Territory, so I don't need more food production soon. So I could do tanks. Can't quite build them. Upgrading doesn't give more. Yeah, I guess it doesn't change too much. And I need all of these knights anyway. Could still be a nice way to spend my extra science from Churchill and still get the resources. And then maybe patriotism or revolutionary idea to get air forces. But patriotism also is pretty good. Probably want that anyway. Means I can't get air forces next turn. Maybe I don't go for the tanks here. They're pretty expensive. And I don't really need them if I get air forces. Could then not use Churchill but get 3 culture instead. Yeah, maybe this is the way I get 3 culture still. That can still be very nice. Go up to 35 strength against 22. I mean, he could have a good tactic. He could go for 2 cannons and have the Napoleonic army. Oh, no, he doesn't have the Napoleonic army. He doesn't have the classic army. He doesn't have a good tactic here. I mean, he could have positional army, just draw on that. Go for 2 cannons. But then that's also still okay, I would say. And then I can pick up the patriotism, maybe reserves. I don't really need more science if I'm just looking for air forces. So another reserves. And for the last action, maybe... I don't want to take 20 cards, probably. Could go with mechanized agriculture. I need some food at some point, probably. And it's relatively cheap for an H3 science card. Yeah, maybe this is the turn. Go with the War for Territory against Covfefe. I don't draw cards this turn, but yeah, with the War for Culture. And I could also say I take the Revolutionary Idea if I want the Military Theory and Air Forces still. That is an interesting decision if I take reserves or Revolutionary Idea. I mean, I have 12 science next turn. With Churchill I get 3 extra. And then I still have... yeah, I mean, it's not quite enough, right? If I get... if I assume I want Military Theory and Air Forces soon, I need a little bit extra science. Maybe the Revolutionary Idea here is better than the reserves. I have a lot of resources. I have patriotism. I don't know if I will be going for mechanized agriculture, so I could just skip that, perhaps. I would also like to have tanks if I draw a better tactic, but yeah, I think the other things are more important. And then maybe just take engineering if I want to suddenly go for something different. Just have it in hand. I don't have too many cards in hand. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting turn. This is definitely an interesting one. Probably won't be going for engineering either. I guess it's not, never hurts to have mechanized agriculture in hand. And I still have good science production, and with the Revolutionary Idea. If I draw input of agriculture at some point, let's grab that as security. And can Covfefe win? I don't really see how. Even if he also 2 cannons and has the positional army. I mean, maybe if he gets air forces next turn and can go for 2 air forces. But 2 air forces is 10 for the air force and 6 for the double army. So 16. Then he would win. But let's hope there's no air forces. I think this is a good turn to go for the war. 35 to 22. Disrupt Covfefe so he doesn't get his culture production up too much. Has to reveal his tactics so we know what we're dealing with when we go for the war for culture. Yeah, let's go for this. Don't draw anything. Kind of sad, but let's see what comes out. No air forces. That's good for us. And Covfefe will have to destroy a few things. Goes for 1 more army. And 1 more, but not the whole army. Goes with Steve Jobs. I mean, Steve Jobs, maybe not bad for him, but he costs resources and doesn't really have that many. Slick will go with rockets. There's Air Force and Man Project. And Slick goes up to 30 strength. And I maybe can just go for war this turn. Okay, steal 1 yellow. Oh, there's also Military Theory. I think, I mean, what else am I going to do if I don't go for war? And the war's probably going to be against Covfefe here. He has 19 science, but he only has 6 resources. There could be some extra resources from these, but I don't really know which ones. I mean, there's actually nothing, right, that could help him. New deposits is out. Border conflict, that gives resources, but he's also not the strongest, so yeah, I don't think he can get extra resources. Only has 6. Probably will mean 1 more knight, but 1 more knight is only 5 strength, and I think I can do a lot here. Let's see. So like this, and then, well, the question is, do I want to draw more cards? So I could just go with Military Theory. Still have that 1 food, that's actually pretty nice, and I can't go for Air Force this turn, obviously. But if I play the Patriotism here, I can build another cannon and another knight. And then I still draw 3 cards. I think drawing 3 more cards is important. I want more card draw, I want more wars. or impacts, whatever. I think it's better than the Air Force. I have 50 strength. Kofefe shouldn't really be able to beat that with 6 resources. I mean, even if he has, let's say he didn't play the classic army last turn, his medieval army is upgraded. So even if he has that classic army, that's not that much more strength. Currently he has 9 from his units. If he goes for 1 more army, he will have 12, and if he has the other army, he will have 16. So the difference isn't that big. And with this, there's also no easy transition with cannons or anything, especially with 1 cannon. I think this was good. He doesn't, yeah, destroying this resource and all. I think this is a good turn. And yeah, drawing 3 cards is very important here. Definitely like that. And I have enough for next turn go for Air Force. I could even go for 2 Air Forces, right? I have 6, 7 Science plus Revolutionary Day plus Churchill. I have 12 resources plus Churchill. That's more than 14. That could be 2 Air Forces, which would give us even more strength. Maybe go for war against Slig as well. Definitely a lot of potential. And yeah, take nothing else. Don't really have any free civil actions. So this is perfect. Definitely want to grab the Air Forces. And I don't see a way how Kofefe can win this war, and that should give some nice culture. And even after that, I'm producing 6 culture this turn. He's producing 4. Slig is producing 6, so even he doesn't have that much production. So after this war, I should probably be ahead. If I get another war, that would be great. If not, I still have good resource production and can switch into something else. There's still multimedias, 1 movies. I guess the movie might be gone. Yeah, multimedias could still be an option. Or just good impacts if I don't draw the war. And the freedom of movement can't come out. Yeah, this should be a safe war. Let's go for it. And hope for a good card draw. Hopefully another war. Damn, not a good card draw at all. I mean, armed intervention could be good. Kofefe doesn't have that many military actions. So they can have potential. I mean, I have so many military actions. Next turn I have to go for one of these aggressions, so at least I have them. But yeah, would have liked the war the most, and an impact would have also been good. Kofefe will go for fundamentalism, and the knight, yeah, 1 knight goes up to 43. Okay, 43 for him. Means we win the war. Slig will also go for strength, 1 more army, 43. So good that we didn't go for war against him. With the Magic Castle, he would have been safe. So yeah, I win this war for 12 culture stolen from Kofefe, which isn't the biggest swing, but it's alright. I have to skip politics here, probably. Kofefe can definitely defend, and Slig as well. Don't think. I mean, I could play a raid, but it's so yeah, it's basically impossible. I could go for the raid against Slig, but that won't really work. I can go for mechanized agriculture. Increase population for free. And then, oh, there's a lot of wonders here. And both of them will be gone, so I could just go for spaceflight. Spaceflight is alright, 18. I have the engineering genius. And then there's only... yeah, there's only Hollywood left after these 2 are gone. And Hollywood is... okay, Hollywood is not an option for any of us. So I think this is a pretty good move. Can there be a war from the other guys? I don't really think so. Kofefe doesn't have enough strength, doesn't have enough resources. Slig has some resources, has military build-up, but he doesn't have enough military actions. He can't go for air forces. I mean, next turn is gonna be the last, and I have enough to finish the spaceflight then with the engineering genius. It's from H3, so I won't be losing it. So like that, and I guess I can grab Revolutionary Idea, try to make the spaceflight a little bit bigger. There's no single impact in there yet, and culture is pretty close, 50, 40, 55. But I will be the only one with a wonder, and I might be getting 21 or even more from the spaceflight. Yeah, I think this is all right. I definitely think that's alright. Getting the food up is very important. I would have starvation if I don't. Instead of the revolutionary idea, I mean, we can see how much science I have. I have 6 production plus 6 from the revolutionary idea, so I can finish, or I can research the air forces for the space flight. But that will cost 2 civil actions already, because I have to play revolutionary idea and research air forces. I need 3 civil actions to finish the space flight, because I get the first 2-1 with the masonry, then I can build 1, and then I have to finish with the engineering genius. So 3 more civil actions gone. Oh yeah, and then I have revolutionary idea in hand. I have to play that, but don't have a technology. So I think there's no chance I get 2 technologies out, so I don't need this revolutionary idea. Could just take it away, or I could build a religion. It will be 2 culture. Might be good for, yeah, but some potential impacts. I still have enough resource, right? I have 11 with the engineering genius. I have 16 exactly. And that will be 2 culture for me. Also, I probably need that anyway next turn. The revolutionary idea on the other end could, of course, mean 4 extra culture for Steve Jobs. So I don't know if I should give him that. I can build the religion next turn. Yeah, sorry, I only miss out on 1 culture. Ah, then it's alright. I'll take the revolutionary idea here. Hope for some good impacts. Hopefully not another war now. Okay, improved technology, 8. I get 1 more out. Probably not enough. Colonies, maybe alright. So not good impacts, but at least some impacts. Pestilence opened in H3, at the end of H3. That's something new. Kvefer will go with the cannon, tanks. What else? Reveals a classic, no, modern army, 48 strength. I mean, there's not going to be any more wars. The H will end right here. H4 starts. Slick will lose Gaudi. And hope. Inhabited territory. That's a very late inhabited territory as well. I don't know. Do I need population? Do I need my strength? We don't know what impacts there could be. I mean, if I go for that, I can't rebuild my military. But there's an impact of colonies. If I win the impact, then that could be good. Technology doesn't look as good right now. Kvefer will probably research mechanized agriculture with Steve Jobs, and Slick has warm-up production, revolutionary ideas, so he will also get better impact of technology soon. I mean, that could be okay if I go for that. Could I go for 2 technologies? I guess I don't really have the civil actions. We'll see, we'll see. That inhabited territory. I could just send an army and the card for 3 or 13. What do I do with my population? I need all my resources for that space flight. So I don't really see that much value. I think I'm going to play the Impact of Technology. That should be better than what Slick can get for that. And like the game is going, I mean, yeah, we could say... I guess Slick will be the bigger problem besides Kvefer, I think, yeah. So... the input of colonies is not quite as good. Because Slick already has 3 there. And I don't really think I need the population. Let these guys battle it out for that colony. Oh, and only Kvefer wants it, gets it for 1+. Alright, yeah, he definitely needs it. Can get rid of 1 knight or something. That's probably very good for him. Also makes the colonies 3/3/3 now, so the impact of technology is probably going to be better. And Kvefer will win the colony for just 1 knight. Slick will go with computers. Let's go with Sid Meier. Yes, Sid Meier for him. 10 culture production all of a sudden. Not bad. Military theory. Also not too shabby. Let's see. Last turn of this game. Technology is looking pretty bad. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, Slick definitely gets 1 more technology. Yeah, definitely. And then it won't be good. Impact of colonies. That's gonna stay at 3/3/3 probably. There might be another colony. Where I have okay chances. If there's a colony, I could definitely send an army and get that. And maybe I could have gone for the inhabited as well. Maybe I could have sent away a cannon. I mean, it's also good to be strongest right now. I can play politics and not be afraid. Maybe I hope that I hit the freedom of movement so I can still use that and not the other guys. I definitely think I'm gonna play the Emperor of Colonies. Technology isn't really an option. Kofefe will... Yeah, we'll go for mechanized agriculture, so he will have more here. He will have 16. And I can only go up to 12. So I think Emperor of Colonies here should be the right call. And then see what we open. Ravages of Time. Okay, that doesn't help us at all. Yeah, that does not help. We produce the same culture. Kofefe will get 1 extra culture from that, and Slick will... No, he is not happy about that either. He will lose the Image Castle. Still gonna produce 2 culture, but no one had really good targets for the Ravages. So let's see what I can do here. I definitely want to research 1 technology, so I have to play a revolutionary idea. I could go for satellites. They can be good for a lot of impacts. Variety, progress. I can't go for another one, right? I have the science, but I don't think I can make it work, so... I could go for air forces. Team sports. If I use Churchill... That could work, theoretically. I don't think it's worth it, but I could go with the pro sports. Oh, then I can't even finish the spaceflight. Okay, no. I have to spend 3 civil actions on the spaceflight, so I just think satellites here is the correct move. Build 3 stages and finish it. Nothing else to do, really. I have 3 extra resources. I can increase population, but that doesn't make any sense. Don't need that population. If I hadn't lost the Roman roads, I could. But yeah, I don't think anyone have played the Impact of Happiness or Population. Kofefe doesn't... Yeah, he could have played Happiness. But Happiness now is also not bad for me. Slick, definitely... Yeah, I mean... Probably no Happiness. He could, if he wants to go with St. Pete's and, yeah, just build 1 more Brand Circus or something. This way I am still the strongest, which is never bad. I get 3 extra culture from Churchill, produce 6 culture this turn, so 86. That could get close with, yeah, probably not Kofefe. I don't know what Kofefe can do here. Maybe his impacts are super good. He has 1 in there. Maybe that is progress. I think that would be good for us. Slick has pretty bad progress. We'll get the military theory, I guess, then it's okay. But yeah, I have okay progress as well. Satellites, theory, common, code of laws, and masonry. Variety is also looking good. I think I have it. Yeah, I have this in the bag against Kofefe. And against Slick, it can be interesting. He has 10 culture production. Maybe has a good impact. Gonna get 3 culture for playing 1. Maybe he doesn't have an impact. He doesn't have that many cards. But he's basically at 78. I'm at 86. Pretty close. Definitely pretty close. But I think this will be my turn. Can't really do anything else. If I had something like... Harmony. Harmony would have been great. A lot better than colonies. Because I have so much population. But, well, didn't draw those. And this will have to do. Hopefully that 1 war was enough. I haven't used the Ocean Liner. That's alright. And then we'll have to see what the other guys do. Politics of Strength is revealed. And I'm the strongest. Because it's H4. That means I score 5 culture. And Slick will lose 3. That's very good for us. Very good indeed. Kofefe will go for some technology, it seems like. Yeah, some food, 1 religion. He's good variety. Doesn't get stronger. Slick will also play something. Freedom of movement, he's the only one who can use that. So maybe that's gonna be good for him. Goes for military theory. And not much else, so 10 culture production for him. I start with a little bit of a lead. 20 from the progress to 16 to 20. I mean, good. I mean, it's relatively close overall. So with some swingy impacts, it could change a lot. But this first one is definitely good for us. The second one is strength. Oh, there was strength. Maybe that was the last one that Slick put in. Because he knew he would be stronger than Kofefe, so he's just securing a 2nd place. I mean, now there's no chance for him to come back, right? I have 24 points more than him, 3 for colonies for each. That doesn't change anything. Happiness, 14 to 14 and 14. That also doesn't change anything. And then the last one is Harmony, 20 to 12. And then Kofefe also 20. So with that, it gets pretty close between Slick and Kofefe. But I'm able to win this game with 30 points. Yeah, it was a very interesting game. Not a high culture game. 130 for the other guys and 160 for me. It's I mean, it's something, but not that high. I think the move with the space rate was pretty good for me. And of course, before that, having a lot of resources, having the ocean land and all, was definitely a nice game. I hope you enjoyed this. This is, of course, the second game of 7 to come, so there's more to follow. And yeah, we're also gonna have gonna take a quick look at the standings of the tournament after this match, of course. So after this second game completed, I'm currently on rank 5, but only two games completed. So yeah, the other guys have a lot more games completed, so of course they have more points on average. Overall, I think I'm about happy about where this game went and where the standings are right now. Nothing decided, as I said, and yeah, a lot more games to come. And this will be all for this video. I hope I see you guys for the next video as well, and maybe I can show another win then. That would be great. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video and that I see you for the next game as well.